Bonsai! Bonsai! Welcome back to Steve's Geeky Minute of Geeky Things. This week I'm reviewing Karate Kid, the new one with the small child, and Jackie Chan. See, if you haven't heard about it, the Karate Kid is a reimagining. Some people call it a remake. I would more or less think it was a reimagining, considering it happens in China and not, California. But it's about this kid who moves to a new country, that being China, with his mom, and feels very displaced, meets a girl. Coming of age story, except the kid's coming of age 12, which I think didn't really set the setting so well, or fit the setting so well. Either way, this he meets this guy, the Mr. Miyagi kind of guy, that teaches him kung fu, and that kung fu is everything, and he goes on, and I'm not going to spoil the whole movie, but if you haven't seen the Karate Kid, then something's wrong with you anyway. And by the Karate Kid, I mean the old school original one, because this one pretty much follows the exact same formula in every single way. Then, like, kid moves to a foreign place, kid meets girl, kid gets beat up by guys, kid goes to dojo, the Cobra Kai. Anyway, my thoughts on the movie: I liked it. I really did. I thought it was halfway decent. It was a good remake if you're gonna make one. And I think they handled some things really well. There's a couple big problems I see with it, and one of those, the kid's mom, most obnoxious character on screen I've ever seen in my life. This movie had so many good little Easter eggs of things that you were like, whoa, that's a really good scene between, Jaden Smith, who played the little kid, and Jackie Chan, who played Mr. Han, the Mr. Miyagi type guy. Like, their dynamic was really well, I thought worked good. The kid's a kid actor, so you kind of have that going with you no matter what. It's not quite as good as Ralph Macchio, who played Daniel LaRusso in the original Karate Kid. But you gotta kind of go with the age and everything. I think he did fine. But, like, his mom, holy crap. Like, anytime she walked on the scene, I literally felt ill. They would have this awesome dynamic where Jackie Chan and Kid are like, they're fighting each other and they're doing all this practicing, and then mom walks in the door and you immediately go, this sucks. I can't believe she walked in and ruined that. Doesn't even have to open her mouth, because every time she does, crap comes out of it. Absolute garbage. So I was a little ticked off that she was even in the movie, and it could have been handled so much better. The whole, like, angry woman jacket thing was just ridiculous. But that, so she kind of ruined the majority of the movie for me. Another thing was the love story was a little awkward, being only, the kid was only supposed to be 12. It didn't really work. It kind of got a little awkward. You're looking at these kids who are supposed to be falling in love with each other at age 12, and there's like this one scene where the chick's dancing for Dance Dance Revolution or something, and you feel really weird looking at it. And I just remember sitting there going, this is going on too long. That's a 12-year-old small girl, and she's dancing like a stripper for Dance Dance Revolution, or whatever the heck that was. It was some Chinese version of Dance Dance Revolution where there's no dance floor. They just wiggle a lot and it says congratulations. But that bothered me a little bit. But, like, the overall, I think Jackie Chan was phenomenal in this movie. I don't think I've ever seen a movie where Jackie Chan was supposed to not be, like, the comedy relief, or, like, it wasn't a comedy. And he pulled it off so well. You really get to see what Jackie Chan can do if he's given a part that he understands. Like, we put him over in America, we put him in, like, friggin' Rush Hour, and he's like, I don't understand racial humor, I don't think this is funny. But he does it anyway because, he's expected to. But this movie, I think, was really in his element, and he was able to do a really good job acting. I mean, there's a scene where Jackie Chan freaking cries. Like, Jackie Chan doesn't cry, and he did an awesome job. I was really impressed. There was a lot of things, like, I watched the Karate Kid, the first one, the original Karate Kid, right after seeing this movie. I came home that night and watched the original. There's some things, I swear, the writers just went word for word with the script and were like, okay, we need this scene. They took it, placed it in China, and then just wrote the same dialogue. The scene in the dojo, which in this, it was the Flying Cobras, and the last one it was the Cobra Kai, or the Flying Dragons, and the last one it was the Cobra Kai. And, like, the interaction between your Mr. Miyagi guy and the bad dude was the exact same dialogue. And I feel like they could have tried a little bit better to diversify it a little bit. Even the Chinese bad guy in this movie was so 80s, it was ridiculous. Like, he looked like the dude from the last one. It was the whole no mercy, no weakness, all that stuff. What the Cobra Kai taught in the original 1980s version, and I think they could have varied from that a little bit. The last part, the tournament scenes were all really. I think the fights got a little bit better. This movie's kind of a slow burn. If you can make it through the first hour, it really picks up once the whole take off the jacket, put on the jacket, take off the jacket, put on the jacket thing is done. Once he realizes that he's been learning Kung Fu this whole time, that really picks up. So you get to kind of, it makes it a little bit better. The movie moves on and you can really get into it a little bit. And the story develops. They could have done a little bit more. I kind of enjoy the whole wax on, wax off, paint the fence, sand the floor deal a little bit more, because it gives you more stuff to look at rather than the kid just taking his jacket on and putting it off, taking it on, or taking it off, putting it on. You know, that kind of gets old. You're like, all right, I could imagine the kid getting really bored and just punching Mr. Miyagi in the face and walking out. But I mean, he doesn't know how to punch until he's taken his jacket off a bunch of times. But overall, it was a decent movie. I enjoyed myself. If you can get past some of the quirks. Name of that kid's mom. Seriously, don't ever put her in a movie. If you're out there and you're watching this, which I don't see why you would be, but never, whoever this woman was, never, ever, 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 ever put her in another movie, or I'll cry and I won't go see it because she ruined it for me. But anyways, that's my thoughts on The Karate Kid. Just a quick little minute. So I hope you guys go see it, go check it out. If you're big fans of The Karate Kid, the original, I think this one might speak to you a little bit, but it was a lot different. But I think that's a good thing, and they should have called it Kung Fu Kid because there was no karate in this movie. But that's it. That's really, yeah, that's about it. So have a good one. See you guys later.